Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the Navy midshipmen taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds Zach Brees, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield. It's awesome. He'll try to do it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
And the defense just setting the tone right away in the first drive of the game. Quarterback scrambling, is able to get free, but they put a massive shot on him. I don't know if this dude can make it the whole game taking hits like that.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And the Longhorns will have a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Snags a quick pass on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Hands it off. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
That's an awesome-looking carry. And you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
And Reese, you can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him a wide receiver. Nowadays, you can also call him a running back. These guys get the football so much. You hand him the football like this, and you can see why. When he's got jets like that to turn on the jets and just smoke people, those angles are just erased. You can see. That's why you get this guy the football as much as you can.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, second and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback allows in for the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Texas. Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Dropping back, it's awesome. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. about to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Navy offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They're going back to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Working that left side now. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The inside handoff. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Wide open downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Pickup of 13. That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Richardson. Buys a little extra time. And the ball's free in the backfield. He picks it up, still on his feet.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the second time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Texas offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for space, it's Shabera. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wants to throw. It's awesome. He spins that thing down the middle. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him, run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wants to throw on second down. Makes his connection. Turns it on at midfield. Can anyone catch it? And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Here's the handoff. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
They move the tight end all over. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
The offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And the point after is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Texas.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's awesome. Gets it out fast. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times today.
Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Quick touch pass to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
At the 35, he's loose. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Navy.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback adapting. He throws into the middle of the field. And he hauls it in inside the 30. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Texas 28.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half.
Texas.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You're down, obviously, at the half. You had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass, it's Richardson. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
When you get the incompletion there on third down, you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Looking for room. It's Shabera. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shabera.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Hand off from the shotgun. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Let's go. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. He's right on target. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
To the air, it's awesome. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Navy offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got his man in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going for it all. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Navy! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big 1st down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Here we go. Back to pass, it's awesome. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Got a man. It's Benedict. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll try to pick up the first. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And I like the decision to go for it on fourth down. This running back's had some big moments in this game so far, and you're at about midfield, so you trust him one more time. This guy's gotten into a groove. He's been able to make the plays when necessary, and he makes a huge one there.
He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, midshipman! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the keeper to make anything happen.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine you.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's awesome. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Grab behind the line. It's Shabera. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Back to the air one more time. Got it on the outside. It's Shabera.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the move. Makes a connection.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Boise State is just getting blown off the field right now on that Smurf turf. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 17 to San Diego State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Navy! What a catch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Awesome. He finds his man.
Well, nice job there by the defender. He stayed right in the back pocket of that receiver, so as soon as he caught the ball on the slant, he was able to bring him to the ground.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Using his feet. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Awesome. He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Navy will go back on the attack. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this...
He's off to the races. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had this screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Second down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Yeah, and as a defense, you're going one more stop, one more stop. It's fourth down. We're in the 2-minute situation. You know they're throwing the football. You get one more stop. You got the lead. You get the ball back, and this game is over.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing, lets it fly. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Midshipman.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Scanning the field. It's awesome. Still on his feet. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Not out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Texas.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So they'll send out the field goal unit. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.